Now, nothing is ridiculous. I'm still watching that series. It's like I can't get my head out of the TV. But I wanted to bring up this video. I was just, see this design over here that looks like nothing, but it's interstellar dimensions. And what it is, it's the same thing as these points. See these points, how fat they become, and then they become so thin. When you're waning, when they call it a waning moon, okay, what is a waning moon? Now, the actual movement of my hand, the natural movement of my hand, okay, is a waning effect. Once I stroke it this way, okay, and then I take it here, I stroke it this way, I get a point. I then take that pen, okay, at the same thing I advance it and I do the same stroke, I end up in the same position. So it's coming together, okay? The greatest gap is up here, created of the 360, and the 360 down here. How many of these last movements of a waning hand, and this is what they call the bell curve. The bell curve, or the curvature of the eye, because the Spanish, okay, bring two L's together to go to say llama. And it's not the lamb or who I am, but it's inside the word, the name. Mi llama, from L and L. L and L can be reduced to 7, the gateway, and addition to 17, B and E, breaking and entering into the Venus world, and where ACV, something to do with the heart, okay? 1345, now it tells you nothing, but for me, take a look. DC world inside of Mars. Number 1. Number 2, it is C that creates E, and in E is V, the two sides of life that comes from the sun. 18 is this one over here, the V, the 22nd letter equaling to 4. Give it to me the hard way. Delta angle resident angel. V. Why 18? Because the single count in Pythagorean, PY, 25 Earth, P17, the gateway to Earth, spirit of 76, P and I, 7 and 9, the birth to the gateway. Now, I'd have to go over that again and listen to say it. Why did I see it that way? Pythagorean, the first 2 letters. That's what I use to get to that denomination of the understanding. Since this one is 18 over here, it's also 9. So take away the 4, now replace with 9. 3, 9, Saturn, 9, 5, Neptune. 3 and 5 come together in a significance. 3 and 5 come together because 3 and 5, where can I find it on this paper? 3 and 5, the beginning of everything is the minimum. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 2 and 1 equaling to 3. 2 and 1, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 3, and 2 equals to 5. 5 and 3, 2 and 1 is 3. 5 and 1 is 6, 6 and 2. Half of that is 1 and 3. What does that mean? Because 6 and 2, you see this 1 here? It means all of a sudden there was 1 in here and 1 in here. That's a split world. You can't have. If you have 1 and 1, you're coming from the other. Oh, 1 is going into 1. Oh my God, he became 2. He's sort of like, I can't double up on my memory. If I remember something, it still didn't double up. I just remembered it, and it's a period of time of an expression that somebody else heard. I doubled up the thought because it was thought before it happened before. I stamped it. Hey, you're on vacation. Yeah, I'll stamp your passport. Hey, look, everybody. I didn't remember you saw my passport, so I was here. My hand is white. My hand is red. Eh? Change of colors? Change of plans? White. A little red. Maybe I can probably change that color if I change the lights in the room, but I don't think that was done by the lights, that one. It's not. It's on complete on the other side of the room. Can you see it behind me? Let me do this again. Hold on a second. See behind me the way the lights change right over here? See that's the blue. That's the yellow, red. I said, let's do it the hard way. 18. It's 9 for I. The 18th letter is A and R. Angel residency gives me the S spirit. The next one is 27, win a big red sun. The next one is 36, creation of the split world. Creation and creation, 369. Creation of the energy, 369. 6, 6, and 6, the triangle coming out from the center, the heart of the sun. Imagine if you had two sides, a triangle up and a triangle down. But imagine if it was on a flip, just like this, and every time I turned it, the triangle went to open, to down, to close, to open, to close. It kept coming from the top, like a spinner. I'm a pinball wizard. So 18th comes out of this one over here. So let's get to the last video, okay? We're going to fill out all this. We're human, okay? The hue is also known as the light. Man is 28, but forget about the A. 1 to 13, okay? These two over here add up to 91 spirit. 1 to 14 is 105. The difference is 14. That's the DNA passage inside the sun. The sun suits, 57, 157. It's a spirit through the moon. 11 and 10, 21. 1 and 2. Becomes 16 and 11, 27 when a big red sun. 27, 28, 29. How did I do that? 8 and 2 is 10. 0 equals 6 becomes 16, becomes 7. 9, 10, 11 becomes 7 and 2 when a big red sun passing through the moon. Let us light up and see, passing behind what is the hole in the moon, or what is behind the moon, or when we see the red moon, what is actually happening. Because you see two objects. When the moon turns red, it's because there's an object right behind it. That's why it turns red. Like the moon is only of the light. And the stuff you see on the moon is only the sheath that is pulled over the light. 28, 29, they both become black. When you have these two numbers, you also have two other numbers associated, and that's 26 and 31, 26, 29. The continuation of the video, probably 2 hours apart. It's like a pregnancy. So we were on this video and we were talking about human, man. 28 and 29 come together. The roulette board, okay, has a special design. It happens twice on the board, and the first time it comes together is when 8 and 11 come together. 8 and 11 is 82. The other time it comes together is 1 and 13, or 10 and 13. Okay, 10 and 13 is 23. 8 and 11 is 19, and 23 is 42 and 57. 42 and 57 is when 5 to 9, 9 lives of the cat communicate through the moon. Okay, this is a long day video. I think I started this video at lunchtime. It's 8 o'clock at night. And I'm not sure how it's going to show up on screen and back in your house, whether I look far away or whether I look close. And I would love this to look more roomier than it is, but it isn't. I can add a little color to it. Now, where I believe I last left off is the ACV, okay, V, okay, convey, cave, convection, oven, earth. 1, 3, 4, 5, 12 and 1, 13, 12 and 1, 13. That's the way we get it, 12 and 1, 13. It's actually 1, 2, 4, 7. That's the actual numbers that are in. After that, what they add in, 1, 2, 5, 6 is the way it actually comes in. But the corners are actually 1, 2, and 4, 7. It's a brick. It's a block. How can I show it? They have it in on dominoes, where it's the domino is this large, right? And then on the domino, this is one face of the domino, right? Imagine the domino is bigger than this, but I'm showing you just one face. This is a total of 12. The domino shows its own reflection. This is only one side, okay? One side. Without the other side, or area space or density, you have nothing. Just waking the mind up. My own mind, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. 29 and 28, 17 and 40. 57, the moon. 17 is the queen, and the moon is creation of man, 514. This is Montreal. This is your DNA. Mars, 54, the sun. This has to do with water. Beam of light, Bum or bomb. O and M is E and A, which means beam. This word and this word, I changed the B for the M. 2 and 4. I created 1 and 5, the vibration of 2, 3, 4, and B is on each side of the word. 15 and 13. 6 and 4. 1.5 of each other are these two letters here, O and M. The word is 1.5 times the value, 6 and 4. 10, 10, 3, 5. The word, the electronic, the energy. I'm not sure what I should do of 6, but it's vibration, V-I-B-R, R-ation, nations, how can I explain it? When you have the letter K, when you have the letter V, when you have the letter A, they're all an expression of which way 5 is going, with a 1 anywhere else creating K. The 1 is in the center, it's an I. 2 1s on the outside, it's an H. 2 1s on the outside with a V in the center, it's an M. So you have H where you're showing the outside and the center. Okay, let's say 1, 4, 7, 12, and 18. 12 and 18 is 30. Put the 5 in the center is 35. That's your H. And where do I get these numbers from? I get them right from over here. 7 and 1 is 8. 9 and 3 is 12. 8 and 12. Okay, which is coming from the T letter. Okay, 6 times 2, 6 plus 2 is 12 and 8, which is representation by the dog bone. I just put a dog bone in between here, between these 4, and I create the H letter. If I turn the whole thing around, okay, I will create the I letter, and that'll be 7, 8, and 9, or 7 and 9, 16, and 4. And that creates the purple world because of the game of pool. Now, I just want to play with words right now, is that bum comes to the big red sun. 2, 3, and 4 is the vibration inside the word bum. Remember, CL and U are all in the U family. Bomb. 32 is the gateway, the freezing point to the altar sun. 1 and 4, the high count and the low count, the Pythagorean. Mean or mon, or how about creation in mon? Monday, the word. 28 is the cycle. Electric company 1010, 100, and 8, 108, 36, 36, 36, 108. Everything's a representation of something. 10, which, do you hear that sharp sound? Wow. Anyways, then there's mean, which goes to mon, and then home. E.T. want to go home. In French, if I say it again, it says homme, which means man. H, ash, ashy, I am, of the word, me, sun, big red sun. DNA, the IT system. Apparently, this is the sign for Jupiter. Is that what it was? Jupiter's sign? And it's also saying 1/2 or 4 and 1/2. Remember, 21 or 12 means 1/2 or 2 to 1. 2 to 1 in games is represented by 4 and 10, although it's 2.5 times 4 equals 10. The odds of 2 and 2 or 1 and 3 and 5 and 5 are 2 to 1 on the come bet, and we get those the hard ways. HAR is communication. Communication, the hard way, the delta angle, the rough way. But yes, I understood it was the delta angle, the hard way. Heaven's angel resident of the delta angle. Why does it say that? What is that delta angle? I have to understand Greek a little bit more. I'm sorry, but that's the way in, the back door, Greek. We have beam, we have man, we have light. We also have light with an R, leader. So when we have leader, who is the leader? And the R is resident angel is 18, the one spirit in 8. It is now a representation of 4.56, etc., meaning from liter to gallon. And gallon or gallop can also be measured. Okay, the spread or a distance between one measure of the gallon or a measuring tape we use for the linens. Oh, what size is your neck? What size is your arm? How tall are you? How long is it between your crotch? That's how we measure up for the suit we're going to wear. The club, the diamond, the heart, or the spade. Everything comes together. You're a whore means the hour. To hear is of the hour. E and A can be represented inside the D world as a minus, right? Or F. But E and A is an O, H-O-R, which heaven's gold. Or the hoof, or the calf, the sacrifice calf to the black. This will represent black. Death, how about decaf? How about half of the delta angle? 1/2. The delta angle is 2. How about Duff or Dauphine? E and I coming together in many Einstein and many German words, okay, or to define. So all these words, okay, fièvre or fever and river, okay, everything connects together. Even Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints, denial. In French, all vowels, but these can be replaced. This word here, the E, can be replaced for a wow or a now. The A can be replaced by a J or an S, so you have Esau inside this word. 5-1, Mars, 1-2. 5-1, I like to represent it as the horse, because in horse racing, they usually measure things by 1/5 of a time. If it was car racing, they now measure it by 1/100th of a time, because I go professional sports and games people play to understand where the numbers show up and what I remember. So I can't be in denial of the truth. And if I went to court and they spoke about all these things, I would have to tell them the same story, because that's how I know the story, because that's how I learned the story, and that's what I know. Now, I know this was a hard video and hard to really, what's he doing, where's he going, just surprise words, surprise words. When I go to the low count and the high count, beam is 21 and the low count is 12. Okay, human in the high count is 27, 21, 29, 57. But in the low count, take away 9, take away 9, take away 18, take away 36. 46, 56, 36, right? 36 from 57 equals to 21. 57, take 57 and 36, so it's 21 and 36. So the cube is inside of this, 21, 7 times 3. And that is the red sun. Nibiru is the name of that red sun. In the street I am. Nibiru, read it backwards. It says, in the street I am. In the middle of the road. So in the middle of the street could be meaning that I am the light, and I am from the east. I am the best. I am fired. I'm fired up. The delta angled. Red, 6-9 rotation. So anyways, I really don't like this video, and I'm really going to share it anyways, because I spent all day and yesterday trying to explain how the human light in man, the beam of light, the bombs bursting in air, what were those bombs? Was it an energy that was pushing through our atmosphere to come to where to penetrate our body? It was the beam of light and not the bomb, but an expression in the miscommunication of the vibration, sending the 15th letter as the 10th letter and the 5th letter, J-E. J-E says I, M-O says mo, meaning the word, saying I am the word. Bomb, beam. 105 is the hand of God, and you add up 1 through 14, and you have ace through ace, high ace, low ace. And you have 105. The next one will give you the gateway in the game of pool, adding up 1 to 20. You see, because I don't know the exact question and which formation we're actually going, I take you the roundabout formation. I show you bits and pieces of where numerics of the word end up. I really like this one in light because the high count is 46, but the low count is 19. You will always have a difference of the high count and the low count by an addition that adds up to 9, whether it's 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. 45 is inside of 36, which is inside of 27, the red sun, which is inside alpha heaven, which if you roll this whole thing over the other way, okay, it'll create a whole new design of where everything is. And the minute you get greater than one circle, if this is the center and you need 2 centers, you automatically must put 1 here and 1 here as the percentage sign. With those 2, you're using more area space. I needed, you see, either I use this area space or this area space. Whoosh, whoosh. Which one you using? Do you follow what I'm trying to say? And the circle in the center is showing you this way and this way, up and down. One is V for life, the other one is A, braced in life. we're going to have to stop right now. I want to thank you for watching this video. Raphael 7286 coming to you in the House of Paint. I want to thank you for watching.